This is the first video on the topic or issue of an image or images, because this is such a huge, such an issue that just entails so much, so much that only this one video, this first one, is not gonna be enough. So I'm gonna take some time and make quite a few videos on this. So this is the first one in that series, so be patient. And if I didn't mention something today, I will mention later on for sure. Probably not everything, yeah, but way more and a lot more. And I'll be way more specific. And so, look forward to it, or whatever you want. Okay? So just be patient, okay? And thank you for your patience. And okay, that's it. Hi, see this beauty here? You can take a little bit around. So I said I kind of promised that we would go into the topics of image, not personal image, but image in general, and images. What would be images? What would that be actually? What that represents? Let's say a good image, a very powerful one, is a president of a country, pope, a monk, priest, pastor, bishop. Those are very powerful images. They're very powerful images which they always talk about power, That's why they're so powerful, because they're focused on power, authority, you know what I mean? So, but in order for us to understand images, even other images, because there's so many of them, I just went into certain images for you to understand. We have an image of a businessman, okay? We have an image of, someone would say, for me, I look like a hippie. Okay, so that's their perception of me. And that's the image that someone creates in their mind and say. Some people would say I look like Jesus, and it's funny to me, because actually, do we know how he looked like? There's many speculations. I've seen Jesus with very, very short hair, with no beard, and then I've seen him with huge beard, then I've seen him black, then I've seen him white, even Chinese, and all sorts of stuff. So it's funny when someone claims that. It's kind of their own perception. That means they're locked into one image, and when they see that, they say, "Ooh, like Jesus." So I may be like this on purpose, but not my own personal purpose. Maybe it's the purpose of the universe that it kind of exposes me in this way. Because maybe that's how gets to this confusion. Wow, who's this guy? What's going on? Anyways, let's focus on the essence and the teachings. The teachings, the remindings. So, in order for us to understand the point of image and images themselves, is we first have to understand what happiness is. What is this that drive us to attain these images, and to embody certain images, and even to see such images and believe in them in their reality. Happiness, a lot of people are confused. They say, I bought a new car, so I'm really happy. But maybe you have a problem with your sister or your mom or your dad, and you're not happy about that. So actually, you're not happy, because happy is very it becomes relative, So there's no way you can be happy that way. When you're really happy is when your being, which means you, are at peace with yourself, that's when you are really happy. There's no other happiness. So if you tell me, oh yeah, but I am happy because I just got a raise at my job, I'll tell you, wow, you know, you can be happy, but which means you're not happy, because there is no such thing as half something. Either it is or it is not, you know what I mean? So images, you see, TV, radio, you know, even radio gives images. It's funny, you know, people always think it has to be somewhere where you can see it, like a picture, you know, an image, you know, but it's not true, you know. They trigger your emotions. They focus on to attracting you, pulling you in them, and promising you happiness. That's why you're so stuck with them sometimes. That's why a lot of people fall for them. And they don't see beyond that. They don't see the falseness or the falsehood of the image. You know what is actually this falsehood? It's something that is promising you happiness, and then when you achieve it and attain it, you understand that that's not happiness. So you're not happy. It's always you can achieve it and you say, yeah, and you're happy that moment, wow, but it's not happiness, it's hype, because you're not happy. In order for you to be happy is to attain something that is impossible to attain materially. You know, it's a state of your being happy or not. So you can have no matter like whatever you want to have. You can be, you can look like whatever you want to look like. But happiness does have nothing to do with it. You know, how you can see people being happy or fulfilled. Oh, there's a plane. Is when they're quite comfortable with themselves. And now again, there's a confusion. But I've seen a lot of business people. They look comfortable and they are motivators, and they preach to a lot of people. You know, they talk to a lot of people. They sell their ideas how to become all like wow, happy and you know energized and successful, prosperous. But it has nothing to do with happiness, with a happiness, the true happiness, which is happiness. It has to do with someone being comfortable no matter what happens in life, you know? That's what it really has to do with. So when you can be at peace in a lot of difficult situations, in very so-called stressful situations, and when you can rely on yourself and still stay one with yourself, and you don't allow the circumstances and things to switch you around and change you, you know, and change your understanding, your knowing, that means you actually achieved and attained something that is very powerful and that really brings you happiness. And that's what that's the only time when you can actually be a very honest and very stable persona, spiritual entity,